Hey Year 5, welcome to week 8 of maths. This week we're going to be thinking about converting units of measure. So the overview for this week. Monday we'll be recapping some time word problems. Tuesday we'll be thinking about converting time elements, so from minutes to hours, seconds to minutes. And then Wednesday we'll be thinking about time in terms of days of the week, months and years. And then Thursday and Friday there'll be some athletics tasks set for you to do. I just want to quickly recap about time. So the clock on the screen shows 5 to 8, and that's because the big hand, the minute hand, is pointing to 5 to the 11, which is 5 minutes till the 12, which is 5 minutes to the hour. The small hand, which is the hour hand, is pointing to the 8. It hasn't got to the 8 yet, so it's 5 to 8. Time shows 4:45 or 3:45. That's because the small hand is pointing towards the 4, but it hasn't got to the 4 yet, and the minute hand is pointing to the 9. So it shows 4:45. This clock is showing 25 to 12, or 11:35 if you're answering in digital. Remember, normally when the clock is showing analog, which is the clock face, you would answer in analog time, but I wanted to show you the digital just to remind you. "12 or 12:25 if we're writing it in digital time. So today we're going to be doing time word problems. Before we can do that, I want to remind us about how do we solve word problems. We've got rucksack on the board. Can you remember what these mean? What do they stand for? Let's have a look to remind ourselves. So R, read. Read the question carefully. U, underline. This helps us understand what the question is asking us to do. So underline and understand. We notice our new board now, Year 5. It's very exciting. C, you need to choose the operation. So is that going to be add, subtract, multiply, or divide? S, now you need to solve it. Your A, answer. And lastly, C. Once you have your answer, you need to check it. Now that might be by using the inverse. So read, underline, choose, solve, answer, and check. We're going to use this today to solve some word problems. So let's look at this math word problem. Math starts at 10:25 and lasts for 45 minutes. What time does the lesson end? Well, let's firstly look at the word problem, and we're going to highlight the most important information, and the rest of it we don't need. So we don't really need to know what subject it is. But we do need to know that the lesson starts at 10:25 and it lasts for 45 minutes. So that's quite important because that's the calculation we're going to do. And what time does the lesson end? Again, we don't need to know this. So what I'd like you to do is use a number line to work this out. So the ruler, you will draw a number line. And we know that, still getting used to this board. This here is 10:25. And to remind us about clocks, I want us to draw the time on a clock. So 10:25, so 10 is the hour, and 25 would point to the 5, which is the minute hand. Remember, the hour's shorter. So now we need to do 10:25 and count on to 45 minutes. So I think the best way to do this would be from 10:25. If you do 5 minutes, that gives you 10:30. So 45 take away 5 would be 40. So then we can do another jump to plus 30, which will take you to 11 o'clock. So we've done 30, add 5, that's 35. We've got 10 more minutes, so then we can go 11 o'clock, 10 more minutes, and that will take us to 11:10. So we think the answer is 11:10. And what I'd like you to do is draw the clock here just to help us and get us back into the swing of drawing the clocks. We haven't done this for a while. Okay, it's your turn. Let's see how you get on with the next one. So now it's your turn. Use Rucksack to look at the word problem and understand what is the question asking you to do. Make sure you draw the times on the clock faces, and then use a number line to find out the answer. So let's see how you got on with that one. So, on Friday, Steph's favourite show starts at 6:15. It lasts 75 minutes. What time does the programme finish? So let's highlight the most important information. So you've got so we need to know the time is 6:15 and it lasts for 75 minutes. So what time does the programme finish? And the rest of it we can get rid of. We don't need to know its last, we don't need to know it's on a Friday, we don't even need to know her name. Sorry, Steph. So 6:15, so we're going to draw that onto our clock. So 15 is the same as quarter past, so we're going to point to the 3, and the hour is just 6. And we're going to write 6:15 on the number line. So 75 minutes. Let's think. So I know that there is in 1 hour is 60 minutes. So if I do quite a big jump, and that would be plus 60 or 1 hour. So that will take me to 7:15. What's the difference between 60 and 75? That's 15. So it's 15 more minutes now to jump. That means it's going to be 7:30. So Steph's programme finishes at 7:30 or 7:30. We're going to draw our minute hand to the 6 and 7 hand just past the 7 because it hasn't quite got to the 8 yet. Well done if you got that correct. minutes into hours? Well, we need to remember that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So, we're going to be using our 6 times tables because counting in 6 is probably going to be a bit challenging, but we know our 6 times tables quite well. So if we've got 420 minutes, and we're going to look at this number, and we know that we can break down this number into 42. How many 6's go into 42? So you've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've got 7 hours is 420 minutes is 7 hours. Okay, so if you've got 5 hours, let's do that in different colour pens so we don't get confused. So if the question is asking you, you've got 5 hours and then it's saying equals minutes, how would you find out what this missing number is? So we would do 5 times 60. You could do 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 6, 30, that'd be 300. Or you could do 5 times 6 equals 30, and then you times it by 10 to make it 60. Times by 10 equals 300. So 5 hours equals 300 minutes.
The answer is 60. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. The correct answer is 180 because we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, so 60 times 3 is 180. The answer is 15. That is because 1/4 of 60, which is a 1 whole hour, equals 15. The answer is 7, because 7 times 60 equals 420. You could have done 42 divided by 6, which is 7, and then times it all by 10. So the answer is 12. That's because 72 divided by 6 equals 12. Multiply it by 10 gives you 720 divided by 60, that equals 12. So the answer is 195. That's because there is, in 3 hours would be 180, so that's 3 times 60. And then we know that 1/4 is 15 minutes. So 180 plus 15 gives you 195. So for the mile task, I'd like you to convert them from seconds into minutes and seconds. So you need to remember how there are 60 seconds in a minute. Use your books to help do your jottings. Once you have finished, can you explain how you have completed this task? There's a truly challenge on the next page. So for the spicy task today, your first mission is that you need to order the times in the slowest to quickest. See who won the race quicker. Before you can do that, you will need to put the times into the same time format. You can see that some of them are in minutes, some of them are in hours, and some of them are in the short ones. They've got the colon. You've got 2 hours, 11 minutes. You need to select, it doesn't matter which one you do, but you need to choose one format and make sure they are all in the same format, so then it will be easier to be able to order them. Show your working out in your books, please, and then explain how you did it. Well done.
So I just want to recap from yesterday's lesson where we were finding how many minutes were in an hour and how many seconds were in a minute. So remember that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So I'd like you to have a go now at matching the seconds to the minutes. Which ones are the easiest ones to do? Do those ones first. So let's have a look. So I'm going to look at the seconds first, and I'm going to spot which ones are in the six times table or the 60 times table. And I know straight away that 24 is, and so is 18. Oh, and so is 30. So it should be quite easy to match these ones. So how many times is 30 divided by 6? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So we should be able to work this out now. So 18 is 1, 2, 3, which means that that must be 180. So 180 goes to 3 minutes. 24, same as 240. That goes to 4, which means that 300 must go with 5. But let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does. So well done if you got those correct. So, have a look at the board. Can you match the unit of time to the correct answer? Do the ones that you know first to make it easier for yourself. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to do that by yourself before I show you the answers. So let's have a look. So yesterday we did minutes in an hour, and I know that that goes with 60. Oh, sorry. Let's have a look. So, hours in a day, that is 24. How many days are in a week? 7. So if there's 7 days in a week, I know that a fortnight means 2 weeks, which means 7 add 7 is 14. How many months in a year? 12, which means that there must be 365 days in a year, but in a leap year there's +1, 366 in a leap year, which happens every 4 years. Today we're going to be thinking about how many days, keep doing that, how many days, and then convert them into weeks in 1 week. So, if we were to be given 52 days, how many weeks would that be? 4 weeks. We're going to use our 7 times table. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. So we can now see that 52 would go about in between 49 and 56. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks and 3 days. Using our 7 times tables now. So this is true because 7 times 7 is 49. So this is false because in 7 weeks would be 7 times 10, which would be 70. So Joshua is wrong because if half term starts in 58 days, then that would be not 8 weeks because 7 times 8 is 56. So for this example, we need to sort the times into ascending order. So we need to sort them out from the shortest amount of time to the longest amount of time. And to do this, you'll notice that this one is just in years, this one's in months, this one's in months, and this is in years and months. So you need to make sure they are all in the same. And the easiest way to do this is to do it in months. So, 1 year would be 12, plus the 4 months, so that would equal 16 months. 2 years, well 1 year is 12, so 2 years would be 24. And now that they are all in the same unit, we can much easier to order them. So we need to look at the numbers now. So 14, then 16, then 24, then 26. Have a go at the next one now and see if you can do that. So let's see how you got on with your turn. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure they are all in the same unit. So we're going to do it again to the months. So this one's already done, and so is this one. So 3 years. So 1 year is 12. So 12 times 3 equals 36. 2 years. So 2 times 12 equals 24. Plus the 4, 24 plus 4 equals 28. Now we can put that onto the order. So we've got 19. What's next? 28, 36, and 38. So well done if you got that correct.